So here's the problem with the state besides police brutality and why they owe me money. So not only due to the bank robbing me and the police brutality, but having a banking freeze that then freezes all payment processing, even your investment portfolios, is a very big problem. Especially once you have a track record with brands and they're not paying you. That's also illegal, especially when different states interfere. Even though you do business with 200 countries, 200 territories, there's already proof, even in the documents that I sent through the circuit courts, even to the governor and different governments, proof of other individuals like Mark Wahlberg, Mark Zuckerberg. They get funded for their businesses. So Mark Wahlberg gets funded through municipal funds. That's state money that could then show that somebody else could continue to build a brand. And just like Mark Zuckerberg gets state funding in order to continue to build their brands without having their payment processing frozen like Capital One, Discover, Visa, MasterCard. And then if they start even freezing, Charles Schwab, JP Morgan, Robinhood, that's then your investment portfolio that also gets frozen. And that's another form of state policing brutality, because if I have businesses, World Music Innovations, Coconut Kingdom, the Winners Club, and Constant Cash Records, that's all proof of constant cash that would be generating, especially from the businesses. But then municipal funds is even different than your own pocket cash, your own paychecks, and the amount that the state already owes you. Municipal funds is for your track record and your trust to continue to build, because that's provided value to the state and also the United States. That's the problem with the state of Hawaii right now not paying Joshua Elijah Ford. So Joshua Elijah Ford versus the state of Hawaii / Wisconsin / the rest of the other states is because once you do the work, you're already supposed to get paid. So even off my first song in 2013, that would already be diamond. And then to then have the bank not pay you, but then also have police brutality, and then have zero funds with all payment processing, even, PayPal frozen, that's a threat to human life. And municipal funds would already be paying me just for those brands to continue to function and provide value in the city, in the state, and even in the community. So that's why I wanted to address that, and that's why you continue to see different documents, and you also see them going through the circuit court system as well. But it shouldn't take long, because there's already Mark Wahlberg, Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Wahlberg did songs when he was young. Then he gets his brand, municipal brand, that can then open across country, which is supported with municipal funds. They froze all my banking, didn't actually provide restitution, settlements, and extra funds. Even then, municipal funds, it was all money in from my own pocket. And then there's also Mark Zuckerberg. He doesn't use his own paycheck that he has or his own money. That's all state and United States funded without them freezing all their bank accounts. So then for me to do business for that long and then have Constant Cash Records, and then to see Constant Cash Records frozen, CCR freeze, that's another form of state United States brutality. Although they're already supposed to pay me for the work, that's why you see the digital Omnivox protection and consumer protection and all of the legal documents. Because when you do that much business and you also, show the network as well as the Constant Cash Records, you're already supposed to be supported in good faith and by best interest. That's why already 200 countries support me, and the music is global, but it's the state government that's somewhere along the chain, even First Hawaiian Bank, where they did a banking freeze for 365 days, which is definitely illegal, especially then taking his social security by his attorney, Rick Tolan, as well as the bank, because they're supposed to be in anybody's best interest. Even your grandma, even your grandfather, even your mom and dad don't have to go through the court system and the legal attorneys in order to already get paid their own money. So once you see Constant Cash Records, World Music Innovations, Coconut Kingdom, World Media Innovations, that's all different alternative supporting brands on why Constant Cash is already supposed to be in my pocket, especially when having to retire already and then retire again based off $0, especially illegal banking freeze. That's why we continue to show documents. We continue to send it through circuit courts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, different cities, different states, different countries. And we want to keep doing music, but once they freeze the music, then even your Apple iCloud freezes, your iWatch freezes, your computers freeze, your interest rate and APR keeps going up while you have $0. Then your FICO score goes down, your Equifax score goes down. But when you're 100%er, even mix, master, produce, arrange, songwrite, vocals, that's Constant Cash Records, and I should never be left without money. So then anytime I check my banking account and it says I need to call, but they already left a message, then that's, going against somebody who did the work. That's why in some of the documents, that's 100 trillion worth. Mark Zuckerberg, Mark Wahlberg already get municipal funds, and my bank should never say zero and locked. We'll continue to show more proof of evidence, but CCR freeze doesn't allow me to continue to go back into the studio. So Constant Cash Records frozen already meant that I was supposed to be making constant cash. That's why we turned it into a actual business, and the businesses are connected to the state of Hawaii and the United States already without even getting paid for the work I did, but then frozen, stolen, and APR going up while the state is acting like they're in La La Land instead of just writing the constant checks. So they're already supposed to send me checks in UPS, FedEx, UPS, expedited 2-day shipping, and give me the unlimited debit credits off the bat. So that's the big problem right now that we're having to address. So stay tuned for more content, but $0 is illegal in the entire United States, and police brutality. And then not supporting with even municipal funds when the Winners Club was already all money in with his own cash, even after he retired, which is Joshua Elijah Ford. We need to not condone this activity, prevent it, so then the rest of the community knows that, they can continue to make money as well in different sectors, different jobs, different careers. If you stop one of the richest $100 trillion, then you're saying that there's a limit, while no limit soldiers are supposed to continue to be able to climb, make money, and then also receive municipal funds to provide value in the community.